Hi, Caledonian Biker. Welcome to my channel. Thanks for tuning in. Today I'm at BMW Motorrad in Glasgow and I'm going to be doing a review on the all new for 2025 BMW F900 XR. As I say, I'm looking forward to riding this bike. I rode the 900 GS and done a review of it late on last year, and I'm looking forward to getting out and doing this one as well. So please stick around, watch the short intro and join me after the intro. Thank you very much. Hi, thanks for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed the intro. So I'm going to talk you through this bike first of all before I go out and ride their demonstrator bike, which is in the triple black. This is the red, white and blue sport one with a few extra specs on it. The actual R itself, the naked one, that comes in roughly about 9k, whereas the basic one of the XR with the fairing on it for more touring capability, that's coming in at 10.8. I think this is a great price for both of these bikes. When you compare your Chinese CF Motos, also your Vosges, these bikes are all roughly around about that kind of price. So with the BMW, remember you're getting a 3-year warranty with this bike. And that 3-year warranty also comes with an impressive service cost. You can get a service plan for £810 for this bike. And that covers you for the 600 service, the 6,000 service, and the 12,000 service. That is a bargain beyond belief. So back to the price wise, in comparison to the Triumph, which is the Triumph 800 that's come out in 2025, you're talking 11 grand for that. So it's actually well priced, this bike, in comparison to the Triumph. With the other competition I rate for this bike would be the Yamaha Tracer 900. So the Billy Basic one is basically coming in about the same price, 10 and a bit. But if you want to go touring on it and you want the capability of touring and putting panniers on it, you're up over 15k for the Yamaha 900 GT Tracer. Whereas with this, to put panniers on it, these rails that are fitted here as well, and put the panniers on and a box on, it's maybe another grand. So you're still saving yourself £4,000 over the Yamaha, and you've got the cheap servicing, and you've got the BMW back up for the 3 years. So again, I think doing the figures for this bike and showing due diligence, looking at the opposition, seeing where the price point is, the BMW is ramping up actually a very good package all round. Engine wise on the new 900 from last year, the 24 model, it's the same engine. All BMW's had to do to comply with the Euro 5 Plus is they've tweaked it a wee bit as regards to the emissions, and that's really it. It's still 105 brake horsepower and it's kicking out 68 pounds-feet of torque. This is actually the highest out all the comparators, this 68 pound of torque. And I'm a big fan of torque in bikes, especially with the twins. I've been riding the 900 before with the GS, the motor spins up good and it is a satisfying engine. Some of the changes for the new model is the forks. They've really upgraded the forks. We're onto a 43mm set of forks on this. These are easily adjustable for preload, rebound and compression. And the same setup with the back shock, a very good unit as well. So I'm quite impressed and looking forward to riding the bike with the new fork setup. Now, as regards to weight, the bike's actually managed to shed 3 kilos in weight. Now, this 3 kilos in weight has came about with the new wheels. These forged wheels are lighter, they're almost 2 kilos lighter than the old wheels. And they've done a wee bit clever moat as well. They've put in a lithium battery this time, so you're down another kilo. So you've saved 3 kilos on the 2024 version. So as I said before, it's been redesigned really to do more touring. This is what the package is. So with the redesign, what they've done is they've put the screen here, and the screen's easily adjustable when you're riding with a strong handle for getting up and down for motorway riding, or again back onto this urban situation. It also comes standard package that you get with all the BMWs. You've got your TFT screen, the best as far as I'm concerned out them all. You've got the setup here for your sat-nav as well, and then you've got the same setup with all the BMW range with the wheel, and you've got your cruise control, all your modes, 4 different modes in this one now. They've upgraded the modes in the bike and made it more appealing to different types of riding. I would also go on to say, with the bike itself, it's now got the indicators and the stop lights combined, the same as its big brothers, the 1250s and the 1300s. I think that's a great design. Some people want a brake light. I'm sorry, these lights are bright enough as far as I'm concerned when I'm riding my own bikes, and I'm quite happy with these lights. Another advantage this time is they put the handguards on the XRs for the first time. I'm a big fan of the handguards. All my bikes I put handguards on, and I like my heated grips as well. Perhaps just a sign I'm getting old, but I like my creature comforts round about me. Now, as regards to this bike and its big brother, the XR. XR 1000 with the S1000 engine. Okay, we're gaining 2 cylinders. We're gaining quite a bit of horsepower as well, but we're also gaining a higher price tag. Our price tags will be £8,000 more expensive going up to the XR. So I'm looking forward to, as I say, get out, do a wee comparison to see where the price point is and what we're getting value for money. But so far the statistics add up for me with this bike before riding it. Even though I've had a go on the 900 GS, I've got a rough idea what I'm going to expect when I get out on the bike. But I think due diligence here with the money aspect of it all, especially if you're looking to maybe downsize for your bigger 13s, 1250s or KTM, 1290s, etc. This is a good all-round package, and it's a very well-priced package. So bear with me. I'm going to finish now, and I'm going to go out on the road, and I'm going to do a few miles on the road on the triple black version of this bike, and it also comes in a Billy Basic kind of red colour also, but I'll be going out in the triple black, so you'll get a look at that shortly.
So that's me getting ready to leave from Douglas Park Motorrad dealership in Glasgow, and as you see with the dash, we've got a brand new bike here today, brand new tyres, so be aware. 6 miles on the clock, and as I say, the different modes that we've got here, we've got dynamic, we've got rain, we've got road, and we'll start on the road, and we'll get the heated grips off since it's not too cold in Scotland today. So I'll head off and put this F900 XR new for 2025 through its paces. Sitting on the bike right away, quite happy with how the seating position is. Seating position seems okay. I'm at 6'4", so a lot of the time I find it quite difficult getting bikes to fit me, and I prefer to be on bikes that are that wee bit taller. Easy enough found for neutral as well with the bike. As you see with the screen, it is in the upward position. If we're going down straight forward, all we're doing is just a quick turn of the handle up and down, very easily moved. And I like the setup. It's better than the setup in the old 1250 where you were turning the knob all the time. I like that, just straight up and down like that. And we'll leave it in the up position since we're going to be going out to do a wee bit motorway riding shortly once we get onto the motorway. Great setup with the mirrors. I just love the BMW with their mirrors. You can see around about my big torso. Right away I'm noticing the quick shifter's pretty smooth on the bike. All the switch gear, very familiar, and as I said earlier in my introduction, I love the TFT screen it's on. The BMWs, I think it's the best one in the market. With this is the triple black version. I'll give you a look at it later on, so you can see the colour scheme in comparison to the sport one we've seen previously. I'm a big fan of the middleweight bikes, even though I ride the R1300 GS. If you're a regular to my channel, I've had that since the first day of the launch basically. Done a lot of miles on it, done a year review on the channel recently of ownership of it. But when I do any of my rides abroad, and I've rode in all 6 continents now, my last big trip was Glasgow to Beijing in China, I always tend to go for a middleweight bike, So I'm always paying attention to the market on what middleweight bikes is out there. I currently ride the Yamaha Tenere 700 during the 6 months of kind of salt weather that we get in this country, and I do enjoy my middleweight bikes. So when I rode to China, it was on a Triumph 800, and when I've done South America, it was on the BMW 800. So I'm looking forward, because this is just basically the newer version of the lightweight 800 GS parallel twin bikes. Middleweight bikes, I think a lot of people underestimate them. They can give you as much fun, if not more, sometimes than the larger capacity bikes. And they're more than capable of doing what we need to do, especially with the restrictions nowadays on the roads and the amount of cameras that's spying on us 24/7 when we're riding our motorcycles. The windscreen itself is quite good. It's a bit of wind out there today anyway, but I can see it's actually, even at 6'4", it's pushing the wind up over my helmet just now. The bars are obviously not as wide as what I'm used to with the 1300, but again, it's a comfortable riding position where my hands are and where my elbows are, and also where my knees are on the tank. Quite happy with that. I'm in top gear there, and just pulling away on the top gear roll on there. The bike's got plenty of torque there. Out its class, it's got the highest torque out all the kind of competition. What sticks in my mind is this servicing cost. You're getting a 3-year servicing cost for just over £800. To me, that is phenomenal when you consider the price of some dealerships, some brands, and what they're charging for one service. That's you getting 3-year servicing with a 3-year warranty, and to me, that's free biking for that length of time. You've got no worries, especially with BMW, with the backup that they give you. It's a very good package, that. To me, that would be a game changer for me over other manufacturers with that package, as long as I was satisfied with how I was on the bike, how the bike felt under me, and how I felt with the performance of the bike. Even at the side, with the new fairing that's been put onto this bike, I feel as if the wind's going round past my legs. It's not as if my knees are poked against the wind. The way they've designed the aerodynamics of it, the wind is actually going round either side of my legs, so I'm not being forced in against the wind. With the hand guards as well on the bike, as I said before, I'm a fan of the hand guards. I like hand guards on all my bikes. Keeps the wind off you, keeps the rain off you, and these hand guards are your standard type that you get on the BMW, and they're more than adequate. Again, rolling back on there, top gear, taking it back up to the motorway speeds. Effortless for the bike, really is. There's so much power about the bike. Very good. I'm feeling really comfortable on the bike. The foot position with the foot pegs is good. I've just got the kind of heel part of my foot on the peg, and not in any way do I feel as if it's an awkward position to be in. Very, very comfortable indeed. The seat itself is also comfortable. As soon as I sat on the bike, I just felt as if the shape of the seat was going to suit me, and sometimes that's not the case. I know myself on my Tenere, I can complain a lot of the time with the Tenere seat with it being more of a plank seat, but as soon as I jumped onto the seat of the BMW, I felt very comfortable indeed. That's up to just over 70 now, and the wind isn't too bad at all, and I don't feel as if I'm getting too much in the way of buffeting from the bike. BMW set out in 2025 to make it a more touring orientated bike, and I think with the package where you're getting the 3 sets of luggage with it and the rails for just £1,000, it's very, very compatible. Throttle position and the way the throttle comes in, again, more than adequate for what I'm looking for. I don't feel any flat spots at all. I'm just over the 4,000 rev just now, and it's very, very responsive. Set up with the cockpit and the new fairing that they've put on it is very nice also. It's quite pleasing to the eye, it's quite simplistic, quite basic what it is, but it's very pleasing to the eye. Not too much plastic on it, and a nice touch for having some painted panels coming through towards it as well. Yep, very, very well done. Pleased at that. Wee touch of the brakes there, and the brakes are more than adequate also, bringing me back down. As a quick shifter is up and down quick shifter, and my experience with the quick shifters nowadays, there are very few ones that are behave badly, and this one's certainly another good one from BMW. Quite easy flickable with the bike, the weight of the bike, very much lighter than the big bikes that you're getting, and quite easily manageable. As I said earlier, we just want to give you a look round the bike in the triple black colours. It certainly is quite appealing in this. I know that we all different fancies the sports, the triple blacks or a traditional colour, but this is your new F900 XR in the triple black, black wheels, and it's a traditional black colour with a bit of grey. So your tank capacity with the F900 XR 2025 model, roughly about the same as before, about 16 litres, and the overall weight, as I said, came down 3 kilograms, so it's down to 216 kilograms for the bike, with the weight saving with the lighter wheels and the lithium battery. So we're going to get into the Nationals now, and we're just going to ease up here at the junction, and we'll change the mode, and we'll do dynamic, and we'll see how we get on in the Nationals with it. So just pulling away in third, up into 4, plenty go with the bike. You're at your national speed limit before you know it. No vibrations at all from the bike, no noise coming from the engine, everything seems quite smooth. As soon as I'm looking to twist it and go, there's plenty go there, plenty torque from it. Plenty torque, as I said. Little motor's quite happy to go. Very positive riding position on the bike as well. Great vision. Just with the bars being that slightly higher position, and with the screen being in that position, taking the wind off you. Certainly is a good package between the foot, the seat, the handlebars, the screen, and the TFT set up on the dash. Very impressive. Quick shifter down there, super smooth, no hesitation on the pedal with me touching it ever so slightly with my foot. Down it goes. Back into the 30s again. Bike's comfortable enough around town and these speeds. And we'll move it back into road and leave it in rain. We'll see how that mode feels in comparison to the road and the dynamic. Bit more relaxed in the rain mode. I'm a big fan of the dynamic and my own 1300, so tend to ride most of the time in all conditions in the dynamic. It's just something I get used to in my throttle positions. Comfortable bike about the town, even with these roads being as bad as they are, over the bumps. The suspension's more than adequate for what I'm looking for for less desirable bumpy roads with potholes. It's given me a smooth enough ride with it. Plenty of feedback from the front. I'm not used to really the 17 inches, I'm mostly more the 19 and 21s, but I feel as if I'm getting a good enough feedback from the front of the bike. I'll do a wee turn off here and head ourselves over back into the Nationals now. We'll move the mode back into dynamic, back to my favourite mode. We're in the Nationals and we'll push her on a wee bit. Kind of tighter road this one, so I'll give us an idea of what the suspension and the braking is going to be like on the little bike. And again, quite bumpy roads here also. The bike itself, as I said, very plush suspension on it, 43mm bigger forks on it, and the bike's quite happy to motor on. Really pleased with it, with its cornering into the corners there. Quite flickable, quite manoeuvrable. Good position in the road as well. Even with the kind of side winds today, the bike's not getting moved about. Probably helps when you're half size of frame right enough. These roads are a test for most bikes with the tighter bends and the uneven road surfaces. So I do like when I'm doing my test rides on a lot of the bikes is to bring them onto these more kind of roads less travelled, as I describe them. They're more challenging and they certainly show up flaws, if there are flaws, to show up on the bikes that you're reviewing and riding. Not ideal to be riding an Axminster carpet tarmac all the time. It doesn't really reflect, as far as I'm concerned, the true reflection of what the bike's all about and what it can offer you. And if there's drawbacks with the bike, I'm sure that roads like this are going to show them up to me and highlight them to me, which will highlight them to you. But the bike's got plenty of poke about it. It's picking up, very flickable through these corners, and I'm more than pleased for what I've witnessed so far with the little bike. And the question adds, as I said back before, for 8 grand more you're getting the 1000cc bike XR version, 100 more cc's, and really at the end of the day another 2 cylinders. But it does come at a price point, and these days with the financial crisis and double figure finance rates, it's not easy to get your payments down to where you were before. So always show due diligence and work out what's going to best figure in for what you're going to do. And don't forget as well that if you're going for the smaller capacity bike, lower value bike, you're also going to find that your insurance is going to come down, because a lot of people are getting hit with quite high premiums in 2025 already. As you see here, the wee bike's not intimidating at all, and it's certainly a progressive little bike.
Hi, thanks for sticking around. I really enjoyed getting out on their demonstrator bike. I'm still convinced that this is the best colour for me anyway. I do like the sportier colour. The triple black is nice, but I enjoyed it. And as I said in my review for the GS900 at the end of last year, very impressed with the engine, very impressed with the whole package, and I thoroughly enjoyed my experience. And I've got to thank the staff at Glasgow BMW Motorrad Douglas Park for allowing me the facility to use the bike as demonstrating today, and also to discuss this bike for you on the channel. So if you've not already subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. The more subscribers we get, the better. It keeps the channel going, and please hit the bell to get notifications. And if you enjoyed it, please give us a thumbs up. Thanks very much, Caledonian Biker. I'll see you for the next review.